If you guys looked at the news yesterday, there was a lady that gave out very accurate information that said she was in the jacuzzi, which she was, that this person that did the shooting allowed her to leave. There was another person that she doesn't want to be here publicly or speak on it, but she was there sitting pretty much 5 feet from him, and he told her that she had the option to leave. And we're just here to kind of make the facts up. We don't want to make this or say this is a hate crime, but as of now, me personally, I do feel that it's being portrayed that this was out of passion, that he was a hurt person. I don't want him to become the victim because of him being emotional and making a decision that changed multiple people's lives. This man came downstairs with a goal, I believe, and he already made a decision on what he was going to do. And I think that's what hurts me the most, because we were celebrating a birthday. Keon, who's my roommate, who offered this man a drink. There was no animosity, there was no type of negativity. This man didn't speak to us, and to just kind of start shooting into a group of people that had nothing to do with what's going on in his life was just very wrong. And I just want you guys to be clear that I don't believe that whenever this man broke up with his girlfriend, that day he made a decision that we were going to be his victims today.
I just want to speak on behalf of the situation, and I will absolutely answer your question, sir. I think that we need to recognize that this is a multifaceted motive. I think people are trying to side one way or the other, financial issues, relationship issues, but we need to recognize that there are many components that go into this. You would never go into a problem only identifying one or two components, right? The evidence that we have, being the people that were there that day in that area, I think is sound proof that this was partially, to some in fact, a crime full of hate or a racially motivated crime. And we say that being that when we had our friend laying on the ground and we had another friend trying to tend to her, and he directed our Caucasian friend not to aid the black woman on the ground, it leads you to believe that there's something at play here greater than just random, a random act.
As victims of it, how does that change how you feel about it? You know, his motive might have been racial.
It does not change our feelings about it, because that was the initial feeling we all had. At no point in time did it cross my mind that we weren't targeted because of the group that we are. At no point in time, because there are multiple people within that pool. Probably closer to him than us were two women suntanning outside. They were as easy of a target as we.
Immediate left.
White, Caucasian?
Yes, two Caucasian women to his left.
Immediately, way closer than any of us were.
So you feel you were targeted in part because of your race?
Yes, sir. I do. I think that we have to acknowledge that there is implicit bias. You know.
How far away or how close were those two women standing to him?
10 feet, ma'am.
And how far away was your group?
20 feet.
Okay.
So he had two women to his left, about 10 feet. We were directly in front of him, about 20 feet. As mentioned before, the birthday boy engaged, inviting him to come and share food and drinks with us. We were very cordial, very inviting. We spoke with other groups that were around the pool that day. We're just a very happy group of people, very loving, and it just happened that it was predominantly an ethnic party, in the sense that there's a majority of us are black and Hispanic. You know, everyone's welcome though. You know, that wasn't the question here, but I think we have to recognize the fact of the matter that she was instructed not to render aid, and then shortly after was told that she was allowed to leave, and our other friend, who happens to not be black as well or Hispanic as well, was allowed to leave. You know, two women were pardoned.
Shane Harris said that he is calling on San Diego police to investigate this further, and he says he understands that this guy is dead, it should be over, but he wants them to investigate it further, whether it was racially motivated closure. Is that what you would like?
Absolutely, ma'am. I think that we have to dive into this. It's something that's so sensitive, and I think it's something that people don't want to acknowledge because it's a very ugly truth. But the problem, looking at the hate crime laws, they require a statement or a quote or something that a victim heard for it to be identified as a hate crime. But when you look at the facts, whether those words were stated or not, whether obscenity was said, whether he said something directly to someone in our party, I think it's very hard to deny the fact that our group was chosen that day, and it's very hard to look past the makeup of what our group was.
Were you the only people of color at the scene?
At the scene,
I have a video that shows us, everyone at the party. You can see everything, and you can see the chair where he's sitting at, and I'll share that with you guys after this. But you can clearly see everyone who's with us and who's not.
At that point, just setting the scene, I mean, it was a celebration. You had sung Happy Birthday. He was offered a beer, this man, and
Yes, sir.
And he didn't want to be. He's there physically with you guys, but he's not.
Yes, 20 feet away, not speaking. Keon, the birthday boy, when invited him, offered food, offered drink, and in return, was shot multiple times. So it's very hard to understand how that exchange can take place. He can still attack him, and then his girlfriend, of Caucasian descent, standing next to him, was spared. So I think that we should continue to push for this investigation for the victims, for those who were affected, for those who were there, because it's something we do need to talk about. And there are multiple factors at play here, but we need to embrace the fact that this is multifaceted. We can't.
But however, the biggest part for us now is moving forward, recovery, moving forward. And a lot of the statements that we've been seeing over the news have been slightly a lot of misinformation. As far as zero hate crime, like Lauren said, there's other factors that should be taken apart, such as Sean here saying, look, the police should look into this hate crime because there's possible options for that. However, the other portion of it, as far as the victims that were there, including myself, as far as what is being done to help us, as far as that, okay, they're saying that the victims in the hospital who are physically injured are being tended to. Yes, they're being tended to very well. However, socially, mentally, everyone's been impacted, and they're saying that the people who live here, there's providing counselors and crisis intervention to help them. However, no one's reached out to us at all. There's been no form of following up with us. They took our information, our pictures, yet there's been no follow-up as far as how to help us. Each person will need something after this, and there has been no steps to move forward as far as helping us recover from this. And that's the issue as far as whatever the police chief said, as far as we may not completely agree with each individual stories, but however, painting a picture that there's no hate crime, the police responded like that, it was handled well, sweep it on the rug, move on. That's what we're not okay with, because the police did not respond to our liking at all, and that's why I was detained, because I was trying to get them to move faster and move more rapidly. And the sergeant didn't like me being very vocal in their scene. And I said, my friends are here dying. We need help. We need to come quicker. Ambulance is going the wrong way. And I'm saying, come this way. Okay? So that's the issue we're talking about. Like they spoke very well about the job they've done. Don't get me wrong, they've done an amazing job. However, we felt things could have gone a little bit more smooth, a little bit more rapid, a little bit quicker.
They need to know if anything like this happens again, they need to improve on things because it was not done correctly.
The people that were there, our friends here carried out our friends here to put them in ambulance in cars before the ambulance came. We responded to them quicker than the police came, and so it's just moving forward. We're just trying to make sure that tend to everyone involved, right? Get the correct information out, but also help everyone move forward. We understand the public needs to understand that the police are on top of things, doing a great job. We understand that there's politics involved in everything. However, there's the real truth to some things, and that's the side that we haven't been able to communicate because we chose that we want to be together through this for our friends as they recover. That's more important. But at a time after you've seen the media saying this, we have to say, hold on a minute, this is not okay, this is not right, we need to say something. And and that's why we're here.
All of
What's
you
your
were questioned by
name?
police that night?
Everyone was questioned, but everyone's questioned. No one, a lot of folks, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of folks felt their story was not heard appropriately or wasn't communicated effectively.
Are you planning to meet with the police chief and talk about this?
I didn't. If that's an option, if I'm willing to do so as well. If anyone is also willing to do so, yes, because that would be wonderful.
Can you tell us your name really quick and the spelling, please?
Oh, my name is Malik Johnson.
Can you spell that for us?
Mollique, last name Johnson.